What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Homie Trinity. Before we get into it, remember, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the bell alert so you know when we put out new content.
What up, homies and homettes? It's your boy Big Ren in the house. Welcome to another episode of the Homie Trinity Podcast.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy E. Hope y'all enjoy the content we're putting out, man. Like I said, make sure that you are also subscribing to all of our and following us on all of our social media. Here we go.
All right, so check it. Out of respect for my Patriots team, we're going to talk about some sports stuff. We're going to probably start it off with Tom Brady. Congratulations on your second retirement. I hope it is everything that you expected while we're over here freezing and losing and not getting to the playoffs so you can run around the streets with palm trees over your face. Anyway, congratulations on many, many years of hard work and the championships that you brought our city. But don't let me bring up the 3 Super Bowls, but that's a whole different story. Whatever. Congrats to that cat. I wish he would have stayed.
See, and that's funny, man, because you say man, you say that now, dude, but you at the very end of the time there, you were really ready for him to go.
Well, I don't know if I was ready for him to go so much as I was tired of seeing the same shenanigans. Not only him, but Bill being stubborn, not hooking him up with what he needed, him taking pay cut. Yes, people will argue, well, it worked. You guys got a bunch of championships. There's been a bunch of parades in Massachusetts.
Not a bunch.
Right,
y'all won 6, dog. 6.
But I'm nostalgic, man. I like the history value of shit. People don't do that anymore, and that's just the state of sports right now. We're not going to see Larry Bird or Magic Johnson stay the duration of their time in one team. So yeah, I feel a kind of certain way when people leave Boston. I'm a huge Boston guy. I love my city, but he left for what? Ego. You can't do this by yourself. And it was just mad shady how he left. But whatever, man. You can't take away from him being a GOAT. You mentioned Mahomes the other day might go down as the greatest. Even though I'm kind of ill with Boy, he's the greatest. You can't really argue that.
You got to play the devil's advocate, though. You don't know what was going on behind closed doors with Tom and Kraft and Belichick. They might have been forcing him out. They might have seen it writing on the wall that this cat was 62 years old trying to win another Super Bowl.
But yet they'll let that dude who's 97 years old
him to go
deal with the clipboard and then hire a boy who's ill-equipped to orchestrate the offense. I'm confused on the logic here. You might as well have kept dude. Because now we got this one young boy. God bless him. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what Bill's doing. Patricia, we all knew what he was doing, and it was nothing good. Anyway, Tom Brady, congrats.
That hire didn't make any sense for y'all anyway, man. You're going to take a dude that's never called an offensive play before and put him in an offensive coordinator position? You setting yourself up for failure.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
The crazy part about the whole Tom Brady talk is that I'll never forget, man. I was at work at Finesman Shop at Greenbrier Mall, and the phone rings. It was a Sunday, and I get a telephone call. Finesman Shop. Finesman Shop. I pick up the telephone, went through the whole greeting and everything along those lines. Finesman Shop, Greenbrier, how can I help you? This joker goes like this. E, are you at home? I was like, Ren, you just called me at Fines. Man. I'm mad. Look, ready? He goes, man, I'm mad. And the Jets did it. I'm like, the Jets did what? He's like, man, they got him, man. They hurt my boy Bledsoe. I don't know what's going on right now. Now you got some dude over here warming up named Tom Brady or something along those lines. They keep talking about he went to Michigan and blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, Ren, y'all gonna be straight, man. Don't worry about it. I was like, he did decent while he was there. He said, who the fuck is Tom Brady?
Correct.
So when
guilty as charged.
When they first made that run and we were in, we were actually sitting there watching the playoffs together. I think we were at Dro's house, if I'm not mistaken. And
shout out to Dro.
What up, Holmes?
75 TVs. But nah, man, he's sitting there, man. He's sitting on the couch. He's like, man, I ain't been this nervous for football in a minute, man. I'm like, man, y'all gonna be all right, man. Don't worry about it. And then all of a sudden they made the run, you know what I'm saying? And then they win. And then the next year they come back and they made their run. You know what I'm saying? And then everything happened. So every
But
time
wait.
that Ren and I would talk about
There's
Tom
some
Brady,
historic value there. Hold on. We gotta there's stuff that happened before the run. B, like, go ahead.
Before that though,
go ahead.
Dro used to have the Madden tournaments in this house. Like you say, you got to put context to the 75 TVs. He had 75 TVs.
Right. We used to go over there and run all.
That's the reason why Ren don't play sports games now, because he tried to kill somebody one time at daggone tournaments.
When you put $50 on the line, $100 on the line for a Madden game, you better be in that practice mode for hours, knowing your routes and where to switch people and all the other stuff. But that's a whole different topic right there. But no, so yes, when he came on the scene, I was like, I don't know, like, because I was a Drew Bledsoe guy. So I'm like, I don't know what he's going to do. He trying to school me. I'm like, we're not going to win 3 games. He was like, just relax. It's going to be all right. He, like, the whole time he was calm, but he's typically calm, and I'm usually the irrational one. But yes, so they made a run, but the Raiders game, what date was that, E?
This is the day I got married.
That's the day he got married. So this fool has the nerve, the audacity to get married on the day that my boys make it to the playoffs, and Lord knows how.
Hold on, wait.
And he had the nerve to be like, I need you to give a speech. And I'm like, yo, I love you and Jen, but we got to speed this up. I'm standing with the rest of the party. I'm getting dressed super fast. I'm like, yo, wrap it up, yo. Like, say your I do's, dance, get the garter belt, toss it to whoever you got to toss it. I got to go.
Royce, he was under the impression the game started at 3:30. We were getting married at 3:00. I told him, Ren, you're going to be fine. It's the late game. So we're probably 3/4 of the way through the daggone service. We probably 3/4 of the way through the daggone service. He's like, so we're in the reception, we dancing and everything along those lines. People are starting to bounce. He's like, I've loaded all your stuff into the limousine. It's waiting for you. We're going to escort you down the hallway.
hey man. Hope my wife don't watch this episode, because you had a limousine at your wedding. No, we had the Hondas and the Toyotas and the whatever.
I got both of y'all beat. I was at the Justice of the Peace, son. All right.
No, man.
We was parked on the high streets out of the Honda.
Joker was, when I tell you, like, the following day, man, him and I talked, and he was just like, E, was it a fumble? And I was just like, according to the rules, yes, but what did they call? But was it a fumble? I said, according to the rules, yes. But what did they call? Like, they said that it wasn't, and I was just like, then it wasn't. It doesn't matter what we think; it just matters what they actually call. But no, I mean, I think you could legitimately say, man, like, when you go back and you look at statistically, when he first started off, he wasn't asked to be the guy that would win the game by himself. For the city. He was basically asked to hand the football off. He was basically asked to run and manage the offense, because their defense at the time was very, very good. I think y'all had Corey Dillon, if I'm not mistaken, on that first run. You know what I'm saying? So you had yourself a nice little running back and everything like that. But when everything started making the move towards him being that guy, it was crazy, man, because he all of a sudden was just like, you know, everybody wants to try and push the ball down the field. I'm going to go 15 for 20 for 206 yards and 4 touchdowns, because I'm going to take the underneath. I'm going to throw the ball away. I'm not going to take hits and stuff like that. I mean, shit, man, they changed the daggone way that they called the game defensively because of the hit that he took, the low hit that he had against Kansas City that had him out for that whole year. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't say anything about him, man. The dude, I mean, you can throw stats out there all you want to. But I mean, the bottom line is that, you know, if you're one of these people, and your GOAT may be different from somebody else's GOAT, and I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that you're wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Debatable.
So, but statistically, from a championship standpoint, you know, like that's the best quarterback that I've ever seen play the football. I mean,
and I'm a Niners fan, and I'm a Montana guy, Steve Young guy, and I gotta say that Tom Brady is the best as of right now. He is.
The only year that he ever had a wide receiver that was worth a damn, the Joker set the daggone touchdown record. The year that he had,
and we still lost.
Well, we weren't going to bring that up, but
I'm going to bring it up because I got my problems with boy. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's done this. Yeah, we got rings. He lost me the second he started wearing them damn Ugg boots and was on the GQ magazine. After that, it was a downhill swing. And then what's her name came in, disrupted this whole mind. I like Bridget, whatever her name was.
Leave Ugg boots out of this, man. Leave Ugg boots out of this.
Ugg boots are in the same category with like these Crocs. I don't get it.
Well,
I don't know. Crocs, no. Ugg boots? I've been rocking Ugg boots since 1982, man. Come on.
And I love you, but I'm not. No,
but Royce, you ain't been wearing the furry ones. He ain't talking about all Ugg boots.
Yes, I have.
Yes,
I have.
Oh,
I'm talking about the Jenks.
The dude got the knee high camo joints, the buckskin knee high.
80s surfing in the Outer Banks in
the
March.
SWV length
and you slap them Jenks on.
So look, check this out though. So Ren, before you got on the call today, me and Royce had an opportunity to talk, and I'm gonna kind of mess with you. So I'm assuming you saw the video. The dude retired on a beach somewhere down in Florida. I think it was down in the Miami area, or whatever the case may be. Did you know that on eBay right now, okay, and Ren, this is probably new to you, you can actually buy the sand from where Tom Brady did his retirement, and you can get it for $99,900, and it currently has 119 bids on it. You have 7 days, Ren, in order to be able to get the sand from where Tom Brady did his retirement. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I said the sand where he did his retirement is going for almost $100,000.
A GoFundMe for these people, because I mean, we just need to take these people money because these people are stupid.
Who verifies that, E? Like, what's the difference between that mason jar with sand and it saying Tom Brady was there than me just going on over to Clearwater right now, scooping up some in some Tupperware rust and selling it?
Hold on, wait. He has pictures though of where everything was from where Tom Brady was. See the buildings in the background? Look at his buildings in the background. You see Tom Brady's buildings in the background? Look at the buildings in the background.
That could be a really good Photoshop.
Hey man, was Tom's Piggly
look at his face
on that
it's
exact
ridiculous.
spot where he took the sand from?
He should be in the window right now with minus 15-degree weather with the rest of the peoples.
Hey man, I hate to say this, man, but I ain't even gonna say it.
Yeah, so congratulations to him. And I'm done talking about that punk. There's other things that happen in sports this week. LeBron, how'd y'all feel about LeBron's little tantrum there, man?
I mean, what's new? Ain't he the king of the flop, king of tantrums, king of all that?
No, man, but you would have thought somebody robbed his wife.
I get the fact that you were upset that you didn't get the call, but that is the reaction that you had.
And look, kids are watching this, right?
And that was going to be my point, man. Like kids are watching that. People are looking at you.
I ain't seen what happened. All I've seen is the memes on Instagram of what happened. So he got fouled. From that.
He got fouled. They missed a call.
He legit got fouled.
Yeah. And what have I been saying all year?
Horrible.
The refs suck.
The refs have been bad this year in the NBA, man.
They suck. All in all, so I don't know what the confusion was about. So as somebody who's constantly, beefing with the refs from a fan standpoint, like I get it. I totally get it. Like watch the game against the Cavaliers with the Celtics. Like we should have won that game. We get jacked all the time. And I get they're going to miss the call. They're not, robots. They're human beings. I get it. But like there's blatant stuff that they let slide. And there's other things that's like, why did he call that? There's no consistency.
Time out. I'll do you even one better for everybody that says, "Oh, well, he got fouled. He should have went to the line." This, that, and the
third. He got fouled.
If we don't play the game of shouldas, hold on. If we're gonna play the game of shouldas, he should have been called for a travel before the foul even happened.
I 100% agree. No one said anything. Laker fans are doing the most.
If you're gonna go and you're gonna have that conversation, and the bad part about it, man, is that when you talk about a guy like LeBron, and Ren, I sent you this the other day. He is about to pass. He's 36 points away after last night's game to be able to pass Kareem for the most points ever in the NBA. So he is going to be, within the next week, probably the next game, the leading scorer in NBA history in almost 200 less games, 150 to 200 less games than what Kareem did it in. So people that are coming out and saying, "Oh, well, he came in after high school and he's had longer to do it." And no. He's done this in less games. So back off of that portion of it. But last week, the Joker moved into the top 5. He's number 4 on the all-time assists leaders at this point in time. So you have a guy that is getting ready to become right. He is getting ready to become the NBA's leading scorer, and in the same year, he also cracked the top 4 for all-time assists. Now he's never going to catch Stockton. There's no
right.
He's not a point guard. He's not a point guard.
No, but the crazy part about it, though, Royce, is that when all the hype started up about him when he was in high school, I used to tell Renee all the time, man, that's the next Magic Johnson. Everybody wanted to compare him to Jordan. But with his court vision and the way that he actually played ball, he actually reminded me more of Magic than he did Jordan. But he's in a position right now, man, where he's a single name NBA guy. So when you talk about the greats, you talk about Wilt, you talk about Kareem, you talk about Magic, you talk about Bird, you talk about Jordan, you talk about Shaq, you talk about Kobe. You are now going to be able to talk about LeBron. They need to stop pigeonholing him into being the next and just understand that. Brandon, you talked about it towards the beginning, man. Like, just sit back and understand that you are watching a once in a lifetime player, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
generational talent.
I don't appreciate the antics that he has every time that somebody gets anywhere near him. You know what I'm saying? The flops or anything.
He also leads
I don't like that portion.
Sports in bitching of all time.
Right.
Top 5.
He doesn't have to, though. That's the crazy part.
That's what I'm saying. He don't have to do all that.
The thing that surprises me about that is for his attitude, the way he does bitch and moan and flop and flail and all this shit. He's one of the biggest dudes to ever play basketball. Like, dude is like Tiger Woods when he came. I'm talking about his size. Like, he's like Tiger Woods when Tiger Woods came in. Like, this dude is like
a linebacker.
You know, a linebacker,
a defensive end.
Yeah, he's like Nick Bosa with freaking basketball shorts on. Come on, man. And for you to bitch and moan and whine and shit about, it's your game, and you don't want to get hacked and fouled and everything else, but sometimes the little flips and flops that he does, and I don't even watch basketball like talking about, so y'all know I just see it every now and again, but I know that much. So
as a Celtics fan, it's just like going back to the Raiders game. That was a fumble. I said it. Y'all can talk to me about that later. And in this game, boy got fouled. He did travel, but he did get fouled. But no, as an educator and like a father, man, like if that was my son, I'd have been like,
about him.
Yeah, my girls compete. And I'm like, if I ever see you out here acting up like that, I'm yanking you out of the, like, we're not doing that. Like, we got to go.
You got to respect your craft. You know what I'm saying? And behaving, doing stuff like that, man. You could be upset. I'm not saying that you.
He has every right
to not be upset. Not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that you do have to. That was not good. That was not a good look for the game of basketball. No. And you're supposed to be the ambassador.
And he's definitely an ambassador for the sport. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Every day.
That kind of leads me into a question for you guys, though, man. Like, who would your Mount Rushmore be of sports? Who would be the people that you would put on your mountain?
Y'all know I'm a Niners man, so I got to go with Montana. But at the same time, I got to go with Gary Payton.
That's two.
Beast. Defensive wise, I got to go with Ronnie Lott, man. I got to go with Ronnie Lott.
3.
That's 3. So let's see, 4.
Yeah, let's go 4.
4. I'll switch out of football. I mean, football's my game, but out of football, let's go with. MJ. He changed the sport. I guess that's it. That's my peoples.
All right, that's fair.
What about y'all?
I'm gonna kind of take a different route for this, because for me, I always say that I've ever seen. So anytime that we have a conversation in regards to sports or anything along those lines, I'm not going to speak on individuals that I never saw play. Right. So first and foremost,
Aaron Sparrow
tore us up. I guess my first one, man, just to kind of mix it up a little bit, my first one would be Jerry Rice. In a day and age when passing was not, it wasn't what it is today. If Jerry Rice, with his skill level and everything along those lines, played in the NFL today, I mean, you're looking at 2,000 yards a season. I mean, his record right now, even in a pass-heavy NFL. His record is so far out of reach, man. It just, for him to play in the era that he did, for him to compile the stats that he has, and for the game to be what it is right now and still nobody be close, Jerry Rice is going to be up there. I would go
he was
then
on with
to
Roger Craig, Tom Rathman.
Roger
He was
Craig,
on with
Tom
runners.
Rathman, White
Yeah.
Clark. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah, he was on with runners.
there was dudes, but the next one will be Jordan. And y'all have to understand that as a Knicks fan, me putting Jordan, I've never owned a pair of Jordans, not one pair of Jordans my entire life, because the way that he busted Knicks ass every time that he played us. But Jordan would be up there because he's the greatest basketball player I've ever seen play the game.
Right.
My next one, believe it or not, and this one probably going to surprise y'all a little bit, would be Serena Williams. She dominated the sport the way that nobody else did during her time. So when you compare her to her peers, there was nobody that was even vaguely close to what she did. The last one that I'm going to put up there, I will be a homer on. But Lawrence Taylor is the greatest defensive football player that I've ever seen play the game. Hands down.
The shark.
They just there was not anybody else that played the way that he played the game. And because of him, the outside rush, if you would, that is now that what you see in the NFL, you know, it's quicker guys, it's faster guys, it's guys that can get to the quarterback. And he was a dominant force when he was in the league, man. He was just
for sure.
So, for sure. All right, Ren, who you got? I know who one of them is, but who you got?
I mean, football, we already touched on it. Despite him leaving my boys, it's hard to like argue that Tom Brady isn't the greatest football player that I've seen play, like top to bottom, where he managed a game, where he composed himself outside of those UGG boots. Like, dude was a consummate professional. Like, he brought the city like reasons to be like, yo, I'm from Boston, or I'm from up north, and he gave us a reason to represent. So Tom Brady for football, easy. Basketball, you already know where I'm going with this one. Irvin Magic Johnson. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care about the stats. I don't care whatever. Like, Magic, he made me want to play. So that's how I kind of rank stuff sometimes too, is like the emotional attachment I have to
a Boston kid.
Yeah, you should have seen me back in the 80s. Like, yo, I want to go see the Lakers and the Celtics play. They're like, why? I'm like, I want to see Magic bust these dudes up. And the Celtics any other time, but when Magic's in town, I want to see Showtime. So Magic Johnson for sure. When I played ball, I wanted to be Magic Johnson. Baseball, Jim Rice. Huge Jim Rice fan.
Really?
Jim Rice. I love Jim Rice. Yo, like, Jim Rice was, like, for people who didn't know me, they'll say, oh, he's abrupt, or he has like slick stuff to say all the time. That was Jim Rice back in the day, yo. He wasn't trying to like be your friend. He was going to work. He understood the climate in Boston and how he was perceived.
I didn't even think about baseball.
Yeah, but Jim Rice is, when I played baseball, that's who I wanted to be, Jim Rice. Yeah, he wasn't the friendliest cat, but yeah, I mean, yeah, there's plenty. Pujols, you know, Sammy, those are great. McGuire, all them dudes, I like him. Jeter, I'm a huge Jeter fan. But nah, Jim Rice is,
Black Sammy or light skinned Sammy?
What's the joint? Villago Sammy? Nah. I like Sammy that look like me, Sammy.
That looks like me, Sammy.
And then my last one, Tiger. He got me interested in a sport that we don't typically like even mention in Boston. Okay. Like I would have never picked up or thought about golf if it wasn't for Tiger. And then this dude over here picking me up one day from the Y and be like, we're going to City Park, yo. I'm like, to do what?
I gotta play devil's advocate on that one, though, Renee.
What up?
Because when all the stuff came out with Tiger, I still rock with Tiger. You dropped him like a bad habit.
Well, I dropped him, and this is some other stuff that in regards to sports, I'm very big on character. Like, I talk a lot of nonsense, but like, character is a big thing for me. As an educator, like, I talk to the kids like ad nauseum, like, yo, I don't care what your grades are or like what kind of sport you play, your accolades. If your character sucks, like, I can't bang with you. Like, and I'm not a saint. I don't want anybody to think that either, but like, I gotta be able to look at you, be like, yo, I can count on this dude. I can count on that dude. And I know where you're coming from. And I have daughters. So like, I can't be like, yo, girls, I want you to work hard and practice. You see what Tiger did. And they turn around and be like, yo, but you know what he did in the parking lot of that Waffle House?
No, I just wanted you, I wanted you to put that out because I know why you dropped him. It's the perfect quintessential reason of why you dropped him, but he's still a main
great.
figure in the sports
Right,
world.
you can't take that away from him.
Great.
No, he's phenomenal. No,
And
definitely.
So many people, and Charles Barkley said it, like, I'm not your role model. I'm not your kid's role model. That is an aspect of the game, of sports, is
you got to represent.
So many people want their sports idols to be role models. No, they're there to do a job. They're getting paid to do a job. Now, you should be able to act like a human being and have some couth. Right. But at the same time, you can't take that away from what Tiger did on the golf course. And like you said, Tiger brought me and you to the greens, because where we grew up,
y'all weren't the only ones he brought.
My girls play golf because of Tiger. Like,
exactly.
And that changed the trajectory of their lives. So I got to put them up there. So I have the same argument with Bill Cosby, but that's a whole nother topic. So those are my 4. I know we're going to get ready to close out, good people, but, just a quick rundown of some other things. Kyrie, which I think.
Typical.
Greatest teammate ever?
Smack yourself.
Okay. Moving on. Kyrie, get your life in order. Character sucks. Per E. Poncherelli. The Brooks and Mitchell battle. No, I'm saying, like, okay, so like Mitchell and Brooks, that beef. You saw what happened, right?
Yeah, man. They've been going at each other the whole doggone game, and there was a clear-cut circumstance where they're both going for the basketball. Brooks comes down. Brooks is dirty. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you go back, if you watch any Grizzlies games, he's like, I don't understand why people always have it out for me. They have it out for you because you're a dirty.
Because you judo chopped the dude in his gonads.
Hit like this, rolled back, and actually reached up and hit him dead in his nuts. And that,
right. You can't
think
punch people in the family vault on live television.
Donovan Mitchell after the game, he handled it the best way. He's like, I've been busting his tail for years, so I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? But now those two have never gotten along. So when I saw, because I didn't even see what had happened until like the following day, and when I saw it, I was just like, that doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me at all.
And Donovan Mitchell, his resolve is impeccable. Dude got punched in the joint and popped right up. I would have been incapacitated for like 15, 20 minutes.
I'd have been like, time out.
Royce,
time out.
If you ever seen it, go back and watch it, yo. You might get violent. I'm like, what are you doing? You seen it? Nah, we're not doing that. So, got it.
Need to breathe.
Shannon, last one. Shannon Sharp, yo. That dude is an OG. I'm sorry.
The incident with the Lakers?
Yeah, with his super saucy sweater on, his Bill Cosby, Mr. Rogers joint. That shit was dope.
That Joker told everybody on the Grizzlies bench, I'm right
here. That's OG stuff, yo. I don't care about sponsorship. I don't care about my job with boy talking about sports. Come over here talking that madness.
Hey, man.
Come over here.
Shannon Sharp was a beast as a wide receiver, man. Like, this dude knocked you out, man.
The only person that had a chance in that was what's the tall but grizzly looking dude, man. No pun intended. What's his name? E with the long hair. He looks like
Steven Adams, the dude from Australia.
He was the only one that might have had a chance.
As soon as he took his hair down, I was like, I don't know if Shannon wants that.
Dylan ain't want it. He ain't want it. Freaking Ja. I don't know what Ja was doing. He was spectating because he had no business over there whatsoever.
Adams was in regular clothes, right? Wasn't he off the bench?
No, he was on the. Wait a minute. He was suited up. Wasn't he? Wasn't? Okay, I thought he was up there. I just remember seeing
up, right? He was in regular clothes, right? And he stood up like
luscious looking daddy up there. What's his name? T. Morant. Why was he even involved, yo? You take your sunglasses back to his chair, man. You're not equipped for this. Go sip your beer, man. But yeah, that's the week in sports and our opinion on what happened.